Well, his shocking scandal unraveled right here on Fox 2. And this morning, Judge Wade McCree finds himself on the other side of the law. McCree is facing the Judicial Tenure Commission in Washtenaw County. Fox 2's Charlie Langton joins us live on the phone with the latest. And Charlie, take us back to how all of this started.
Well, this actually started really when about a year ago when Fox 2's Charlie Duff kind of discovered that Wade McCree was sending a near-naked picture of himself to court employees. Well, that was just the start of it there. After this whole case developed, it was determined basically that Judge McCree was having an affair with a complaining witness in a case in which he was actually the judge. Today's hearing really has to determine whether or not that the judge committed judicial misconduct. And I'll tell you, Q, this case involved a lot of sex and text and really manipulated justice. Janine Mott is currently on the stand right now. This is like a trial. And Janine Mott, she was a complaining witness in front of the judge. She says that the judge had more than just it's more than a sexual relationship. The judge actually gave her a $5,000 loan, and that the judge was going to help her get a new house, and that the judge was going to try to hide his assets so he could get divorced. I mean, there's so many things going on in here. Now, earlier in the day, the judge's attorney said that the judge was suffering from something called hypomania, which is like it's kind of a impulse disease, and we're going to hear testimony from doctors that say that the judge is on medication and he's cured. And basically the thrust of the case here is that the judge did admit to having an affair, did admit to doing even texting and having sex in his chambers, but nevertheless he never manipulated justice. This case is taking a lot of twists and turns, Q.
All right, now we understand that the woman who has admitted to having an affair with the judge now, she was a complaining witness because there was a child support dispute going on. And so the father of her child, who was the emphasis of the reason why they were in court in the first place, Judge McCree ruled not so favorably and against that man in that case. So is any of this coming to light in all of this? And also, how does this process work? What happens after this?
Yeah, it's a lot of it coming. Yeah, I mean, in fact, we expect that the baby daddy, we'll just call him baby daddy to make it easier, he will testify in this case. Yes, he did some jail time. And what's really bad, it's not so much the sex and texting, although that's not a good judgment, but that's a moral judgment. The issue for this particular hearing today is whether or not the judge committed judicial misconduct, meaning did the judge misuse the judicial system? And the evidence so far suggests that the judge was actually in cahoots with this woman, Miss Mott, in trying to fashion some kind of a sentence, jail term for this particular baby daddy, and that's misusing the judicial system. What's interesting too is that this complaining witness is pregnant right now, today in the courtroom. It's very obviously she's pregnant. I asked her, is Judge McCree the father? And she says, I am not going to discuss my pregnancy right now with the media. So there is that it could be Judge McCree's baby, but we just don't know. A lot of twists and turns. Bottom line here is that this judge will make a factual recommendation to the Michigan Supreme Court, and it will be up to the Michigan Supreme Court whether or not to remove Judge McCree. That's the ultimate penalty. That's what this hearing is all about. The early reports suggest that the judge will be removed. That's at least the Judicial Tenure Commission determined. So this is the hearing for that. This hearing could take the remainder of this week.
All right, Charlie Langton on the phone covering this for us. Thank you. And just for the record, that woman has said in the past that the child she's carrying is that of Judge Wade McCree. All right, Charlie Langton reporting live. Thanks, Charlie.